Hi guys, I hope you're all keeping well and safe. Welcome to Early Years Matters TV. On this episode of Early Years Matters TV, I'm going to be talking about how adults could support risky play in early childhood. Yes, today's discussion is going to be all about adults, whether you're the educator or parent could support risky play in the area of early childhood. If this is the kind of video you're looking for, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Yes, in terms of encouraging children to engage in risky play, there are some things that you as the adult must do. Yes, just going to say, okay, off you go, boys and girls, you can engage in risky play. There are some things that you need to do before you let children engage in risky play. So the first thing you need to do in relation to encouraging children to engage in risky play is you need to ensure that the environment that the children are going to be engaging in risky play is safe. Yes, safety is really important in early childhood. You need to ensure that the environment that the children are going to be engaging in risky play is safe. This is where risk assessment comes into play in early childhood. For instance, if you want to take the children to the playground, to the local playground, for them to engage in risky play, this is where you have to do a risk assessment. Not just okay, Monday we're going to the playground and that is it. So you need to go ahead before that Monday. You need to carry out a risk assessment of the area. Make sure that the playground area is safe for the children because you want to encourage them to engage in risky play. So you need to make sure that the environment is safe for the children. So the first thing you have to do in relation to supporting children to engage in risky plays, ensure the environment is safe for the children to explore. If, for instance, if it's going to be an outdoor play space, you need to ensure that the outdoor play space is safe for the children. Carry out a risk assessment so the children will engage in risky play. So the first thing you need to take into consideration when thinking of supporting children to engage in risky plays, ensure that they are safe. Ensure the environment is safe for the children. Another thing you also have to ensure is the materials that they are safe for the children to use. Yes, it's important. For instance, if you want to engage the children in risky play, for instance, if you want the children to engage in climbing, so you need to make sure that if the children are climbing, will they be safe when they are climbing? Hence as well, if the children are going to be hide and seek, make sure where they are going to be hiding it's safe. Make sure that the environment that the children are going to be hiding is safe. For instance as well, if the children are going to be playing with wood, okay, you need to make sure that the woods are safe for the children. Okay, it's important in relation to risky play. Ensure that the materials are safe for the children and the environment are safe for the children as well. In as much as you want to encourage them to engage in risky play, safety is really important. You need to carry out a risk assessment of the materials of the play area that the children are going to be engaging in the risky play. Take note of this point. All right. So also in relation to encouraging children to engage in risky play, you need to create an environment that promotes risky play. Yes, it's not just all about you as the adult. Yes, you want the children to engage in risky play. You need to have an environment that promotes risky play. So what are the things that you need to have in your environment? You need to have trees, you need to have wood, you need to have tunnel, you need to have slide, you need to have swing. Have an environment where the children can hide and seek and many more. Yes, this is all about encouraging the children to engage in risky play. So it's important that your environment should be able to promote risky play. Let the children have materials that they will be able to engage in risky play. And it's also important, carry out a risk assessment of these materials as well. In as much as you want to provide the children with materials for them to engage in risky play, you need to ensure that these materials are safe for the children to use. So it's important, if you want to encourage the children or support the children to engage in risky play, give them materials that will support them to engage in risky play through this point as well. All right. So another tip I'm going to give out today in relation to supporting children to engage in risky play is encourage the children that are reluctant to engage in risky play in a safe and secure environment. Yes, I know it's not easy. If children want to start to engage in risky play, they are going to be fearful. Yes, it's not something that they are well used to. For instance, if you want a child to climb a tree, it's going to be difficult instance for the child. The child might be, no, 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 I don't want to do it. So this is where you as the adult has a lot of role to play. So encourage them to explore in a safe and secure environment. You as the adult could start by climbing the tree. You could show them, okay, so boys and girls, watch me as I climb the tree, or for it to stop what you're doing and watch me. So when they see you as the adult, they have this confidence. If an adult is doing it, if my mom, if my dad is doing it, if my educator is doing it, then it's okay for me to do. So it's important. You would have some children that they are reluctant in the first instance to engage in risky play. So this is where you as the adult, you have to build their confidence. It's a gradual process. It's just like you as the adult. If you want to do something at first, you're taking a risk. You're looking at it. This thing I want to do, should I do it? Should I not do it? And you take that bold step and say, yes, I'm going to do it. So the same thing with children as well. If they want to engage in risk keeping, you need to give them that confidence, that support that they are well able to do it. So ensure that the children that are reluctant to engage in risky play, make sure that they engage in risky play in a safe and secure environment. You as the adult start forth. It's a gradual process, like I said. It could take them like few days or few weeks to start to engage in risky play. It's okay. There's no rush. Okay, it's build their confidence. It's a gradual process. So take note if you have children that are reluctant to engage in risky play. All right. I'm going to encourage you to promote inclusion in risky play. Yes, this is important. Inclusion is really important in early childhood. So try as much as possible to include all the children in risky play. Include the children with additional needs. Include children that English is not their first language. Include children that have language difficulty. So this is important. And this is where materials come into play as well. So you need to ensure that the materials are inclusive. The materials that you're going to be providing for the children to engage in risky play, you need to ensure that these materials are inclusive. So when these materials are inclusive, the children will be able to engage in risky play. And inclusion is also important. Do not just say, okay, because a child has an additional needs, they can't engage in risky play. No, you need to ensure all the children can engage in risky play. This is where the materials has to be accessible. It could also be that you have to adapt the materials to suit the needs of the children. Yes, this is important. There might be instances that you have to adapt the materials to suit the needs of some of the children in your setting for them to engage in risky play. So take note, you need to know that as adults, whether you're the parents or the educators, you have a lot of role to play in relation to encouraging to engage in risky play. If for children to engage in risky play, the ball is in your court as adult. So I want you to take note of all of these points that I've listed so far and put this into practice in relation to encouraging children to engage in risky play. And if you want more of this on this channel, what you have to do, subscribe, and not just subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you'll be the first person to be notified each time a new video is being dropped on this channel. And also on this channel, I have a join button. Are you thinking of supporting me financially in relation to what I do on this channel? So there's a join button on this channel. Click this and have 3 perks you want to join. And I also have 2 specific perks. There's one called early years parenting. Are you a parent of young children in the area of early childhood looking for someone to go on this journey with you? Check this perk out. It's called early years parenting. And I also have another perk called early years mentorship. Are you an educator? Are you a student in the area of early childhood? You're looking for someone to mentor you on this journey. You're looking at this membership perk out. It's called early years. And if you think to come your way next time, stay safe and mind yourselves for now. Bye.